Hello friends, and welcome to another early morning. Today I am getting my endometriosis excision surgery. So most people would probably not be like super stoked to go get surgery, but I am. I cannot wait. I've been waiting for this surgery for a long time, and I really just like, I just really am hoping that it has good results. So the goal of this surgery is just to kind of get things cleaned out, basically. So for those of you who don't know, endometriosis is endometrial tissue, which is like the lining of your uterus that grows in other parts of your body, and it kind of grows in ways that makes it really uncomfortable and painful. And I've written a million blog posts about this that I'll link all down below, but it's just like a really painful issue, especially because it like grows and gets inflamed, and then like it can impede bladder function and bowel function and not endometriosis, intestine function and reproductive issues, and it's just like really uncomfortable and painful. And so by removing some of these spots, we're kind of basically giving myself a clean slate. So if there's nothing in there, and then we can kind of go from there and try some different things to suppress it. Today I'm getting the surgery, and then this is basically just going to be a vlog of like the whole day today, like the surgery process, and then it'll also be recovery time. So I'm not sure when you're going to see this video because I don't know how long I'm going to vlog. I don't know, and kind of depending on how much is in there and how much they take out, I could be having a longer recovery, so it'll just kind of depend where things go. It's really early because we have to drive to Portland for the surgery, so it's like 4 something in the morning and we need to leave at 5. So I've just flat ironed my hair. I'm gonna put some comfy clothes on and basically just like some moisturizer and call it a day, honestly, because you can't wear jewelry, you can't have makeup. I can't really put like lotion on anywhere. I had to use like this weird sticky antibacterial soap last night on my abdomen, so that's really it. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so we've made it to the hospital. Got my handy dandy IV in, and this gown that's really nice. It's got this like little warming thing, so it like blows hot air, which is really nice because hospitals are freezing. So now we just wait. We got checked in kind of early since we had to come for like a really far way. So yeah, now we're just hanging out, waiting for surgery time. Hi guys, so today's the next day after surgery. I got surgery on Monday the 12th, and today is Tuesday the 13th. I'm sorry I forgot to update you yesterday after I came out, but I was pretty groggy and my voice was really hoarse from being intubated, so it just wasn't a good time. But now I'm in bed with some breakfast so I can take some pain medicine. I'll probably show you my incisions later today, just so you can kind of see what it looks like and see what they did. So they ended up going in laparoscopically, so that, hold on Bubba, so that there's like 4 small incisions as opposed to one like really big one like across my stomach. Today's only day 2. For now I'm still taking medicine, pretty much just gonna stay in bed for a little bit longer, like a little while. When they cut into your abs, it makes things pretty tricky to get things done. So like walking's hard. Sitting up is okay because I can lean against the pillows. Okay guys, today is Thursday. I apologize for kind of missing vlogging yesterday, but because this is pretty much what I do and then watch TV right now, I don't really have any much to update you on. So yesterday was like the 3rd day since surgery, and yesterday was like definitely the worst day, I would say, because like my abs were still super sore and like talking was painful because like you use your abs to talk, obviously, and mine have been cut through. So it was a little tricky yesterday still. My throat was still sore from being intubated, still just kind of generally uncomfortable. And I'm not gonna lie, today I'm not uncomfortable, but it's just a little bit better. So look at this one. She heard me talking to the camera, so she had to come up. But yeah, so still just kind of taking things slow. Getting out of bed is still tricky, and just like general, I can't really go up and down the stairs yet, so my sister's still like bringing me food and stuff up here when I need it. Even though there is like pain in my abdomen, because that's where the surgery was, I'm still having like a lot of pain in my shoulders because of all the air that's still like trapped that can't get out, which honestly has probably been the most annoying part. It's just like every time I shift, these sharp like shooting pains like in my shoulders and like kind of up here in my chest are still pretty painful. So hopefully that goes away soon, because I feel like once the air stops shifting as much, the pain in the abdomen will be more manageable, if that makes sense. So I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what the incisions look like right now. So there they are. There is one another further down right there. Wouldn't show that one off too much. So I've got this one right here, this one, and then there was one in my belly button, but we took the bandages off of that, and that's mostly like internal stitching. And today, actually, a lot of the swelling in my abdomen has gone down. Even as of yesterday, this was way more distended. So that's good. That means some of the air is leaving and some of the swelling is finally starting to go down. So that's what we like to hear. So that's still what they look like. And my last surgery I had that was laparoscopic like this, I couldn't wear pants for a really long time just because like tightness on the incisions because of where the incisions all hit. I anticipate that being very similar to this procedure. So I've got like a lot of skirts and dresses and things that I'll be wearing for the next little bit, and I'm glad it's summer because that makes it way easier. So I don't have to worry about tights or anything because that can also be painful. High-waisted seems to be okay as long as it's like high-waisted. Deep breaths are still a little bit painful, and I'm still like kind of congested from being intubated, because when you get intubated, I mean, it's a tube that goes down your throat and it kind of moves stuff around and can just make you feel kind of nasty for a little bit. So that's still kind of there, but it's going away, which is good. My appetite is still pretty non-existent. I've pretty much just been eating so that I can take pain medication. And they did give me like a narcotic, like I have oxycodone, but I've been trying to only take that at night to help me sleep because getting comfortable is really tricky. And then they gave me like extra strength ibuprofen basically that I can take too throughout the day. So I'm trying just to take that and then taking the pain meds at night. Good morning, guys. Today is Friday and it's been like a full 4 days of recovery at this point. And today I think I would say is the first day that I'm finally feeling like there's improvement. So yesterday there definitely like was, you know, it was a little easier to sit up. It was a little easier to take some deep breaths. I felt less groggy, which was good. Finally like kind of got all the anesthesia out of my system. Today though feels like actual improvement. Like breathing is really not painful anymore, which is good because that was kind of becoming a problem. I'm still congested from being intubated, but probably the more that I'm able to like get up and move around and stuff like that, the easier that will kind of start to go away and things will get better. So today I am going to try and kind of walk around a little bit more. One main reason that I haven't been trying to do the stairs at all is because Avery's dog, Daisy, lives here and she's the sweetest thing ever, but she just gets so excited when she sees people, and she's still a baby, so she doesn't necessarily have boundaries, and my incisions are still really sore, so we definitely do not want her like jumping up on them and like hitting them in any way. Yesterday the kitten, Pepper, she jumped onto my incisions and that definitely felt bad. Today, I'm gonna try and do the stairs a little bit while Daisy is at daycare, and just try and move around a little bit and kind of just start getting things back moving because I go back to work on Tuesday, the 20th. So I need to start trying to kind of get things moving. Luckily, I work at an office right now as a receptionist, so I'll be sitting a lot. Fingers crossed that today that kind of can go well. I will say that today, I do have a lot of cramps And it's kind of hard to tell if that's surgery related or because they gave me a new IUD when I was under anesthesia, if it's IUD related. Cramps are side effects of both, like of the surgery and of the new IUD. So I can't tell what that's from. Definitely like still uncomfortable, but it could honestly be a lot worse. I'm still getting tired very easily. So just even like sitting up for too long still feels like really exhausting. I'm hoping today maybe that changes a little bit, maybe get some movement, remind myself like that I'm supposed to be moving and doing things. So that will be nice, maybe that will help, that will happen. And then just in general trying to kind of start to get back into things. I also have been, and again, this is definitely a side effect I'm supposed to have, is there is still a lot of cramping like up in my abdomen when I pee. And that's partially because, you know, they just cut me open and like we're moving around in there. But I was also catheterized when I was under anesthesia. And then also there were spots on my bladder that they moved a little bit. So that's completely normal, but definitely uncomfortable. So still waiting for that to go away. And there's still that like air that's a little bit trapped up in my shoulder. So a lot of the air is gone. I definitely feel way less bloated, way less full of air. It's not so much painful. It's not so much like painful in my chest, or like I can't feel it as much when I move, which is good, but there still is definitely some like in my shoulder randomly that I am not a fan of. So I really hope that that keeps leaving, because that honestly is the most uncomfortable part, I would say. So I did this yesterday, but I just kind of wanted to show the healing still. So there is still that incision down here, but then there's, yep, so this guy over here, the belly button, and then this one down here. As you can see, there's still some bloating and like swelling, but it's a lot better even than it was like a couple days ago. It still pretty much looks the same as yesterday. I will say that just in general, walking is still a little bit shaky for the most part, just because you have to use your abs for balance. And so when your abs hurt and you're trying to use them for balance, that kind of makes things a little tricky. That's probably where my main issue with movement is right now. I also can't bend down still very well. I can like kind of do the like brace myself on something and like squat, but I can't just like, this is pretty much as far as I can bend over right now. So still working on that. It's probably, even when I go back to work on Tuesday, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like solved by any means or completely healed. It's still probably going to be very sore, very tender. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another day of this vlog with the same background, same bed head, just different pajamas. So today is Saturday and I had surgery Monday, and I think today is probably the hardest day so far. Not necessarily pain-wise, because even though like there's still some discomfort, sitting up or sitting in certain positions for a long period of time is still kind of hard. I would say that like today's probably the hardest it's been mentally. So because of the way that like sitting is most comfortable, I kind of have to be upstairs in the bed, because I can kind of recline at enough of an angle that like my stomach is like a little bit stretched out. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I can kind of just do this, which is most comfortable, and it kind of supports my back and it just feels the best. So I end up being up here, which means I'm by myself a lot. Yesterday I did start like kind of trying to walk around and go downstairs and like interact with people. So that was nice. But in general, I'm pretty much just like up here by myself with my cat. It just is like boring. I'm kind of getting like cabin fever from just like being in bed, basically in bed. It still is different because like typically when I am having a bad pain day, there's still like a level of, I don't know, movement that still can happen. Like it's just so much different. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but like typically like if I was at my own apartment when I was having a bad pain day, you know, I live alone. My apartment is very small. Like this is my mom and sister live in a townhouse, so there's like 2 stories and my apartment was just 1 story. It was easy to kind of move from the bedroom into the living room or into the kitchen or whatever. Like there's no stairs as a barrier for me to be able to get in and out of places. And like, I don't know, it was just different. And I guess I was used to being by myself, but I also worked with friends when I worked in Eugene. So like I had people in Eugene. And I guess that's kind of what this all boils down to, is like, obviously there's a cabin fever element to this whole surgery thing that I'm not loving because I can't do anything. I can't go outside. There's like, I can't barely make it down the stairs, right? So can't really do anything. I'm stuck in bed. I'm going crazy. And then the other element is I moved very quickly without a lot of warning. So I didn't really have a lot of time to think about it or even plan for it. I mean, you saw the moving video, that's already up. So you know what it looked like, how quickly that went. I didn't have time to think about it or have feelings about it. And then now, when I moved here, it was like, okay, I have a new job. I'm learning a new job. I'm trying to figure that out. I have surgery coming up. I've got this, I've got that. I've got like all this stuff going on that I needed to do. And like, it was easy to just kind of go into autopilot mode and just be like, all right, I'm gonna get this done. I gotta get this done, gotta get this done. And there was like little milestones. Now it's just like, all that's done. All that's left is the healing part, which is boring and painful. And I have a job that I go back to on Tuesday. And I don't know anybody in this town. Like I don't have any friends. And for the first time, it's all kind of sinking in. Like today, for some reason, like I woke up and was able to just like know this. I don't know, maybe I was thinking about it while I was sleeping, I don't know. That like I've moved. I don't live in Eugene anymore. The people that I know in Eugene, like I don't get to see them very much anymore. And as much as I hated living there because of just like no opportunity and whatever, I was so much closer to, I had friends, I had a life, I had a crappy little apartment, you know, and now I just don't have even my own room right now, my own space. I still have to pay rent at that apartment, like that's a whole other problem. And like, there's just like, I don't have friends here. I don't have people that I can just be like, hey, wanna grab a drink? Like that's just not a thing. And I guess I kind of forgot that that was gonna be part of moving here. So all of this has kind of culminated today, on top of the fact that I have cabin fever. Not really a fan of this day, not gonna lie. Okay, so today is Monday, and it's officially been 7 days since surgery. Today was the first day that I've like officially felt like a person. Yesterday it was definitely starting to, and I was definitely like having a little bit easier time moving, having a little bit more time, like easier time eating. Like yesterday I was actually hungry, so like my appetite's coming back, which is good. Just little things like that. And today, oh actually, hold on, let me flip the camera around. Today, I actually got like kind of dressed. I put on some leggings, and these are great because they're not tight at all. This is not tight at all. This is not tight. It comes up above all my incisions, so there's no pressure on any of my incisions. And then I just tossed this on because I'm upstairs and it was cold. But
I like put on clothes that were not pajamas today. I did my hair because I'm going back to work tomorrow. So I like did my hair so that it can be easier to get ready for tomorrow. And then let me just show you how my incisions are faring at this point. So again, there's this one down here that kind of peeks out. I'm not really gonna show you that one too much for obvious reasons, but that one's still doing okay down there. This one over here, a lot of these like, these little strips are starting to peel off, so I've just been trimming them as they peel so they're not getting stuck to anything. I'm not gonna lie, my belly button looks a little bit rough, but that was a pretty big incision that they had to do to kind of go in there. It's not like bad or infected or anything. It's just, it's sore, uncomfortable. It's hard to see in the camera, but it's pretty bruised like all around here. And then there's these guys over here, and I'm honestly not sure how these ones are doing, to be completely honest, because these have not pulled up at all. So like none of these papers have come up at all. It's just pretty, hello, Bubba. Belly is still pretty swollen. So it's just kind of the way that it's going to be for a little while. Also, as things have been healing, there's been less like sharp pain, less like surgery pain, I guess you could say. And it's definitely more of a pain of cramping. So while I was getting surgery, I got a new IUD put in, so I'm sure it's part of that. But they also were like scraping endometriosis off of my reproductive organ. So it would make sense that there was cramping from that as well. I do still have like the super duper extra strength, prescription only, like Advil style stuff that I'm using. I'm taking that pretty much like after my first meal in the morning and then before I go to bed at night. I'm not taking the oxycodone anymore just because it makes me so groggy and feel like really brain foggy, like it just can't do it. And I go back to work tomorrow, so I just really don't want to add that on top of like getting used to going back to work and like sitting up all day and the movement all day. Tomorrow is my first day back to work. Definitely nervous, but excited. I definitely need to get out of the house. I definitely need to feel like I'm doing stuff again, so it'll be nice. But yeah, 1 week, full 1 week post-surgery, and that's where we're at. All right, today is Thursday, so it's Thursday the 22nd. Hi, Baba. And my surgery was on the 12th. My surgery's on the 12th, so I just wanted to do a little update of the swelling situation. So now that my eating habits are back, this is the swelling situation we're dealing with. So I am not a fan at all because like this is me like kind of trying to tuck it in and suck it in a little bit and like not let it, but if I just let my stomach go, and it's like, it's hard. So this is all swelling still. I'm not a fan, don't like it. That's kind of where we're at. Still can't wear, what are you eating? Q-tip, really? No. So I've been back to work now for, tomorrow will be 4 full days. Stop, I'm trying to do a thing and you're in the way. Okay, tomorrow will be 4 full days and I am exhausted, but it's really nice to be out of the house. Honestly, if this like swelling situation would just chill, I think I'd be in a much better space. I will say that I have noticed this week, as opposed to like fresh out of surgery, I have been a lot more sore. So like my incision sites have been a lot more sore. I've been a lot more crampy. Like I've had like, it honestly just feels like my regular like period cramps, but it's not that. And it's worse because it's like surgery pain too. So it's like in my uterus, obviously, and my ovaries and whatnot from where they like took samples, cut stuff from, but then it like radiates farther than that. I don't know. It's not, I'm not having a good time, but you know, just trucking along. My post-op appointment isn't until the 6th of August. So just gotta make it through all of next week and then the week after that. And hopefully by my post-op, things are doing better. So tonight, the main goal is to get, well, let me just show you, to get these little papers off. So they're called steri strips, and they're like sticky strips that they put over all my incisions. And today they just really started to bother me. Like the skin under them is itching and like uncomfortable feeling and tight and whatever. And so I came home and was reading through my paperwork to see like when I was allowed to take them off. And I was supposed to take them off on Monday of this week. So, you know, kind of dropped the ball on that one. But I mean, my skin's not gonna fall off or anything because of it. So I'm gonna take a shower and try and see if I can get them off just by being in the water. And then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna just get like a warm compress and try and soak them off that way. So stay tuned for that one. Okay, so because I suck, I forgot to show you the removal of the sutures, like the steri strips, like soaking them off. There's one, and the other one is over here. You can kind of see it. And then I'm soaking off that one. The rest of the like paper strips, I won't show you that stitches when it's done, but in general, yeah, this is what we're doing. So I just have a washcloth that I put a bunch of warm water on, and I actually, with this one down here, some of it came off in the shower, so that keeps it easy. All right, so this is Monday, the 26th, I think, is where we're at, Monday the 26th, and it's been officially 2 weeks since my surgery, so I think this is where I'm gonna stop the vlog, just because I feel like a lot of the healing and stuff is going to be a lot more, like a lot smaller now as we move forward. It's going to be small things and not quite so big things, like taking off bandages and whatnot. Finally got all my steri strips off, which was good. And then, yeah, there's not a lot really to update on. Sometimes I still get pretty bad like cramps and things from the surgery. Some days are fine and I don't feel like I had surgery at all. Other days feels pretty uncomfortable. So I think that's probably just par for the course for a while. Also, do you like how my hair is uneven because this side's longer than this side? Anyway, so just kind of doing that. So I just wanted to do one last little like show of like how the swelling still is, and then since now the bandages aren't on, you can kind of get a better idea of what the like scars look like. This isn't graphic or anything like that, so don't worry. It's all the sutures and everything was done inside, like internally, so there's no stitches. It doesn't look bad. You can just tell like there's just like little, like basically the beginning of scars. So just thought I'd show you that real fast, and then yeah. Okay, so again, there's one that's like further down here that we are just not going to show. And then the redness right here. And then the redness right here. And then my belly button. I might try and do like a better visual, but those were all the spots, all 4 spots that they went in. And they're healing well. This one has like kind of a bump underneath of it that I don't like, but hopefully it goes away. This one is still pretty tender. It's the one that's the most sore out of all of them. And then this one looks the most gnarly because it's bruised and has a scab, and I don't like it. So that's where we're at. And then, you know, bloating, swelling check. That's where we're at. Still fairly aggressive. Still can't wear pants. Still uncomfortable. But yeah, things are slowly but surely getting better. I am able to kind of go up the stairs a little easier now. Driving has been fine. I do wear like a little pillow right here, like where my sutures are, my scars, whatever, so that they don't rub, because the seatbelt sills can be a little bit painful. So still doing that, but overall it's really doing better. So I still have the rest of this week and then all of next week to kind of see where I'm at. At this point, I'm hoping that at my post-op appointment, I just get told that I can take baths again, because I really missed being able to take a bath. So it's really what I'm hoping for. And then obviously that like nothing's wrong, but just as like a superficial thing, I would love to be able to have my tubs back. And then it also would be nice to be able to like float the river again. So that would be fun. But yeah, my post-op, I will also be being told like, you know, what kind of next steps are, what it looked like in there, how bad things were, whatnot. So thanks for coming along. 2 whole weeks of not a whole lot, but just basically trying to get back to a semblance of normalcy. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.